Hello and welcome to another video. So today I'll be doing something a little different. Instead of talking about some upcoming projects, I wanted to talk about one that recently minted and that has been quite successful, and it's also a little bit controversial at the moment. So today a lot of talk has been around chilled Kongs. So this was a project that recently minted. I mentioned this in my last video, and yeah, I did not mint it because there are too many of these profile picture CNFTs and kind of want something more interesting. I've been recently interested in stuff like Pixendo games or something more unique. So anyway, this project did very well, sold out in, I think, 9 hours. And yeah, I wasn't expecting it to sell out that quickly, but apparently people like these sort of profile picture NFTs. Now, today on crypto Discord, Twitter, there has been some more talk and people arguing and discussing things. And one thing that seems to pop up is a lot of these NFTs are in the hands of a few people, like wallet distribution as well. Now, this is something that bothers me as well. But obviously, if people have a lot of money and they are buying it, there's no limit to it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Like for me, I don't like it if there are like a few people holding a lot. I just don't invest in that project. But the fact that people are buying it, they must have seen something, I guess. So anyway, tweets like this, for example, somebody from Ethereum called Landlord, they moved over because they liked these apes, Kongs, I should say. And maybe it's the similarity with the Bored Ape Yacht Club that got people interested, and they minted a few here. I think, I don't know how many are there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 28, 42, 56, and 62. So they minted 62, and they're giving one away as well. So yeah, so I just wanted to share my thoughts on this topic because I personally don't like buying NFTs from projects with very few holders. For me, ideally, as many people as possible should hold the NFTs. And that I just feel is a healthier community. Long term, there's less likely chance of price manipulation, for example. And yeah, I mean, as long as you're somebody with a calm personality and you don't FOMO in, it shouldn't bother you. But I've seen some people regret missing out. Like I did not mint it. I don't regret it. It's just because there was no way of me knowing that it would go up like this. So how could I regret it? Maybe I minted a few other projects that could have gone up. So this was certainly something outside our control and outside our, our thinking that it could do this well and the floor would go up so much. But we'll see a couple of weeks how this goes. Now, the interesting thing is we can actually use tools to check these sort of things. So if we go here, this is Cnftwhales. This is a tool to check the wallet holders, the floors and sales and things like that. So these are all the projects here, and it shows like the wallet distribution, how many people own it, like the top 50 wallets, etc. So I thought we'll check a few of these projects and see which have the best wallet distribution, least concentration in terms of like a few people holding a lot, etc. So let's start off, since we are talking about chilled Kongs. Chilled Kongs over here. So 8,888 NFTs, 1,500 wallet holders, average assets per wallet 5.61. This is very high. Now, if you look at the top wallet, they hold 306. Quite a lot. That's 3.4%. 292, 150, 138, 125. That's a lot. And there's a lot of people with over 100. How many are there? 13 people with over 100. And 26 people with over 50, and the top 50 hold 42%. So that is a very high number, I feel. What would be a good number? I suppose as low as possible. Now, I did look at SpaceBudz as well. So let's actually check SpaceBudz. Then we'll see a few others popular ones. SpaceBudz, 3.83, also high. Not as high as the Kongs, but still pretty high. Now, this was one of the early projects, so I guess not many people knew about this, and a few people bought a lot. But 333, 259, 204, these numbers don't look good to me. Like, my first reaction was looking at this is, nope, I'm not going to buy a SpaceBudz, even if I have the ADA, because I don't think this is a healthy community. Now, they will have more influence, they'll pump it more, they'll talk about it more, it'll be in the news. But I think like once you mint something, it's fine. But once it's gone and skyrocketed, I think it's better not to get involved. Again, not financial advice. This is my own opinion. I don't like buying things much more than mint. Okay, if there's a mint price and it's a little more than mint, and I notice that the projects are good later on, I may consider it. But I'm not going to pay, I don't know, let's say mint price is 50 and I'm not going to pay like 200 for it. If it's like 60, 65, I may consider it. Maybe a little more, 75, let's say. But I'm not really going to put 200, even if it goes to 2000. It's fine. There are more opportunities in life. Like over the last 10 days or so, I've been buying the dips on cryptocurrencies, which is reason why I haven't minted anything. Because to me, Ergo, AGIX, Cardano, Koti, these looked more interesting and more like better investment options. So I bought the dip about 3 times, and I bought these things instead of any NFTs. I did buy a little bit of ADA for NFTs, and I bought a couple, but it was mostly Ergo, AGIX. And I might buy a bit more because ADA is still down at 130, and kind of want to add more Ergo and Koti. Anyway, so once again, let's see, more than 100. We have 10 people with more than 100. 24 people with more than 50. Top 50 have 34%. Again, very high. And at this point, I've been actually put off looking at this. Like, people who come into CNFTs, their goal seems to be to one day have a SpaceBudz. But looking at this, I'm not interested now. Let's look at something else that's popular and well known. I was looking at, I want to see Clay Nation. Yeah, Clay Nation's right here. 2.7. So this is actually better, much better, in fact. We do have 248 one, but not as many people in like more than 100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people with over 100 and 10 people with over 50. So this is much better. And if we look at only 20% for the top 50 wallets, that's actually much better. Now, this actually means I might be okay with like one day thinking about getting a Clay Nation NFT. Although I'm not a fan of the art style, but at least it's much better distribution. Now this one here, let's see this one. Slightly higher, but still about the same. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people over 100, 1 person over 300, and we have 11 people over 50. So very similar once again, 24% roughly, 23.5 between the 50. Okay, not bad, not bad. Now let's look at some more popular ones. In fact, let's start with stuff that I have. Oh, Deadpxlz. Let's have a look at Deadpxlz. 6.4. Wow, this is... Wow, look at this guy. 883. 461, 369. Wow, I did not expect this. Top 11 have 30% of the... Wow. Top 11% have 30, make it 12 actually. Top 12 have 30% of the supply of Deadpxlz. How many are there? 10,000. Okay. The 12 wallets hold 3,016 Deadpxlz. Wow. And how many more than 50? We have 30 people more than 50. So this is so far the most heavily concentrated one. 50%. 50%. 50 wallets hold 50%. So that's 1,628 wallets, and 50 of those hold 5,000. Almost. Wow. Wow, indeed. So 1,578 people hold 5,000 roughly, and 50 people hold the other 5,000. Ooh, I kind of like this project, but now I'm having... okay. Big surprise. Now, if you mint a project, obviously you don't know these things, but once people like me, for example, I came into the space later and I'm looking at some of the blue chips and thinking, okay, I should get a few of these. And obviously, if you hear people, it's SpaceBudz, Yummi, Claynation, and Deadpxlz. Like these are the ones that pop up. At the moment, Claynation looks the best. Let's see Yummi as well while we are here. Yummi Naru. 1.96 so far. This is by far the best. Oh, look at this. Only one guy with over 100 and 6 people with over 50. Okay, this is very good. Oh, look at this. 15%. Okay, Yummi wins from the top 4. Okay, top 4 projects. I'll definitely try to get a Yummi. Because look at this. This is much better distributed, I feel. Very good. Yeah. Deadpxlz gave me a shock. All right. Even chilled Kongs isn't as bad as Deadpxlz. Now, do we have veggie mitts? One of the recent ones. Wild Warriors. Oh yeah, this is my first CNFT. No, not good. Look at this. Oh, wow. 260. But these guys are not pumping because the floor is like 14 or something. What's going on? At least the others are trying to manipulate the market. These guys are too honest here. Look at this. 34%, not a good number. But the floor would say otherwise, because most of the other projects that we have talked about earlier, they have very high floors. And you would say the whales are maybe probably trying to manipulate or something. If that was the case here, this would be higher and I would have made some good returns on it. But I mean, I'm in this for like the long term. I want to hold it. But let's be objective and see the number. So 8 people with over 100. I think I know a few of them. And we have 32 people with over 50. That is pretty high. And top 50 hold 34%. Yeah, it's not as bad as Deadpxlz, but it's still bad. But yeah, in terms of pricing, I don't think this is affected, because these guys are holders. They are not trying to manipulate the market. Again, I'm a little biased because I hold these, but still, if they were trying to manipulate it, the floor would be much higher, much higher. It's like 14, 15. The Niles are especially unloved, like the hippos. Nobody buys them. Anyway, let's look at some others. But yeah, I'm a bit surprised at the concentration. I knew like there were not that many. I knew like there were like 1,400 or 1,200 people in total. But yeah, a few of them. So we need good ones. So far, Naru has been the best. Let's see some more familiar ones. Lion Legends. Let's see Lion Legends. 1.56, very good. Look at this, 3,500 people hold 5,500. Very good. Nobody over 100, nobody even over a 50. Brilliant. This is by far the best distribution. Look at this, top 50th place person has 12%. Okay, so this is so far the best distributed. All right, we'll have a look at the floor of this, because clearly with so few people, the floor should be more reasonable. So they're in it because they like the project. That is good. Era Ninjaz, yes, one of my favorites. Let's see. 2.93, okay, it's a bit higher, but under 3, I guess, is not bad. Only one guy with over 100, okay, fair enough. And 8 people with over 50, 18%, okay, so this is much better. 50, top 50 hold 50. And how many wallets in total? 3,000. Okay, I think this is not bad. I think generally people collect. Now, obviously, this project has minted, I think, early October. So it's been over 2 months. People are accumulating and buying. And the floor is cheap. Even I have a couple here. So, yeah, this looks very good. I like it. Because even though a lot of them have a lot, you don't see big whales here with like 300s. And like, in fact, only one guy with over 100. That is very nice. And here it's generally 2030s mostly. Look at this. And because these are not expensive, I don't see it being a problem, because I bought Era Ninjas for like 20, 24, etc. So yeah, buying 10 of these at 200 or something, it's not difficult. Like the 50th place person has 16, which is not that much of a reach, to be honest, at the prices they are right now. So I guess this is okay. Because these are like entry level, but I really love this project. Not like a anime person. I never watched any animes or this stuff like that, but it's the most professionally done project that I've seen so far in the CNFT space. Again, not financial advice, just my thoughts. We need another Degen. Where is Degen? Degen is another nice project. Degen Crypto Clubs. 2.32, very good. Once again, 103, well under 3. One guy with 250, but that's it. One exception. I guess we can make an exception for one guy. And you can see over 50, only 2 people, including that guy with the 250. And once again, look at this. 50th person only has 6 of these. Very nice. I like it. And it was total 33%, but that's probably because this guy holds a lot. He holds 10%. And remember, these are only 2,500. So that's fine. But again, it's not bad, I guess. Anything else we haven't looked at? So far, I think Lion Legends is the best distributed. Now, I did not mint it for several reasons, but looking at it now after like a month and a half since it minted, it seems like a good. Also, they are minting their second series, the Lionesses, tonight when I'm recording. So, anything else here? Well known. Zombie chains. Where's zombie chains? Zombie chains. 4. I think under 3 is a good number. 2.5 to 3 is acceptable. Under 2.5, I think, is very good. Under 2 is excellent. And so this, I think Naru had like 1 under 2, right? And Lion Legends had 1.56. So yeah, those two are like the best. So 250, 229, 187, 142, 133. Okay, a lot of people over 100. We have 11 people over 100 and 21 over 50. 31%. It's a bit on the high side, and we have a few big wells. Yeah, it's a bit on the high side. I feel like it could be better distributed. I haven't heard too much talk about zombies recently. Goats, Ada goats. Where are the goats? A lot of people talk about. I mean, I see a lot of goats on the Twitter. Oh, yeah, they're not here. Is it goat or is it goat tribe? I think. Goat tribe, yeah, there it is. Ooh, not good. Almost 5 per wallet and only 2,000 wallets. Okay, not looking that good. 10 people hold 17% and 26 people hold more than 50, 27%. Top 50 hold 36%. Okay, so on the high side. I feel like top 50, if it's under 20, might be a good number. All right, so among these, I mean, obviously there are others, but among these sort of well-known 10K or like at least big number mints, our winner seems to be Lion Legends. Because this is one of the reasons I sort of, back out of projects once they have minted. Like if my initial thought was I didn't like it and I didn't mint it, I don't FOMO in. And even if I do think, okay, this was good, I made a mistake and I should invest in this, I, again, don't want to go too far above the mint price. So if it's 5, 10, 8 or more, okay, that's fine. But I'm not going to spend 200. So Lion Legends 1.56, top 50 hold just over 12.5%. And let's check CNFT in the floor because now ADA is down again. Now we can see what the floor is like, and this is kind of how I make my decision in terms of like good community, long-term, well-distributed NFTs in terms of wallets. Okay, Lion Legends. Lionesses are minting. All right, recently listed. I see 65 here. Just go low to high. All right, 65 seems to be the floor. We have 3 at 65. No, quite a few actually. 66. So yeah, the mint price was 55 on this one. So 65 is 10 ADA more. I guess it's not bad. So yeah, if in the future I was thinking of adding a good project, I would consider Lion Legends now. At the start, I did not mint this because I have a hard limit of 50 for minting. and this was 55. So that was one reason. Plus there was a little bit of FUD around it, and basically I felt the team was too inexperienced. So now they've been around for a couple of months, they've proven themselves, project is good, and look at how good the wallet distribution is. That is the best we have seen so far. I mean, there are others that we didn't look into, but so far out of the well-known projects, this is by far the best wallet distribution. And so it tells me that's a good community. They're minting their second series. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'll keep an eye on this one. And if I have the ADA and if I have an interest in collecting these, I'll definitely go with maybe this guy looks good. Eye patch, I like eye patches, so maybe this is good. Yeah, this looks good too. I like these glasses. So yeah, again, 65.70 seems to be the floor currently. And yeah, anyway, so I don't want to talk for too long. It's just been a long video, but yeah, if you want this tool, it's called Cnftwhales. I'll put the link below so you can have a look at this. And yeah, wish they had more. I wanted to see veggie mates as well, but we don't see veggie mates here. Voodoo Brigada. Yeah, like quite a few here. But hopefully this was useful. And yeah, let me know your thoughts as well, what you think of this. I try to mint projects if I like them. Once it's too late, if the price is gone, like Zombie Chains, for example, I didn't like the look of it. I mean, the art was good. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's just not my kind of thing. So I didn't mint it. And when I saw the floor at 200, I didn't say, oh man, I missed it. That's fine. I did mint Degen and I was happy with that. And that went up quite a bit. So yeah, it's like your own personal taste. There'll always be more opportunities. And some of these things, you don't know why they go up, and you couldn't predict that it would go up like that. Anyway, thank you for watching if you did, and see you in the next one.